I've replayed that day 1,000 times in my head. The music, the cake, the squealing guests, the pink and gold balloons everywhere. The look on her face when I walked in, and what I was holding. But let me start from the beginning, because this isn't just a story about a baby. This is a story about betrayal, about being made to feel insane when your instincts scream the truth, about a man who almost let himself get trapped for life by a lie wrapped in a bow and labeled family. Her name was Cassidy. We dated for 2 years. The kind of relationship that looked perfect on the outside. Couples vacations, matching Halloween costumes, Sunday morning pancakes. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming early. Cassidy had a way of controlling the narrative. She could twist any situation to make herself the victim. Or worse, make me look like the bad guy for noticing her lies that IT started small. A text from her ex that she swore was about closure. A guy friend she claimed was gay, who definitely wasn't. She had a pattern, and I saw it. But I stayed. Because, like an idiot, I thought love meant working through things. I thought she was just healing. And to be fair, sometimes it felt like she really was trying. Until she got pregnant. Or said she did. That I remember the moment she told me. We were at brunch. She pushed her eggs aside, looked up at me with wide, teary eyes and whispered, "I'm late." Like really late. I froze. Then I laughed. Then I offered to buy a test. She refused. Said she already knew. That she felt it in her body. That this was meant to be. That night, she showed me a test. Faint pink lines. I asked to take another one with her. She got defensive. Called me insensitive. Said I was ruining the moment. She started crying, and somehow I ended up apologizing. That's when I should have known. But I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe that maybe this was a sign that would start fresh, settle down, build something real. I took her to her first appointment. She told me to wait in the car. Claimed she didn't want me to see her vulnerable. I waited. She came out with ultrasound photos. I stared at the image, that grainy black and white blur, and convinced myself that I was staring at my future. Then the months started passing. No bump. No morning sickness. No cravings. But plenty of Instagram stories. She was posting about the pregnancy nonstop. Bump pics at angles that didn't show anything. Hashtags like hashtag memento making and hashtag blessed. But nothing real. I gently asked if we could go to a doctor together. She said I was being controlling. That I was stressing her out. That I didn't trust her as a mother. Her friends, the ones who never really liked me, started texting me, calling me paranoid. Her mother left me a voicemail saying Cassidy was under too much stress and that I needed to be a man. That she was carrying my child and I needed to grow up, that I felt cornered. Guilty. But also, something didn't add up. So I started digging. One afternoon, I waited for her to leave for yoga. Then I opened the drawer where she kept her prenatal vitamins. Inside, a half-empty bottle, expired 3 months ago. I checked the trash. No packaging from anything pregnancy-related. I checked her appointment calendar. All her doctor visits were marked on days she was with me. Meaning, there were no appointments. That I confronted her. Calmly. I told her I needed transparency. That I was scared, not angry. That I wanted to be part of this journey, but only if it was real. She screamed. Accused me of violating her privacy. Told me to leave. I did. But not before sliding my toothbrush, socks, and a few shirts into a bag. Something in my gut told me I wouldn't be back, that we didn't talk for 2 weeks. Then came the invite. A pastel pink envelope with gold calligraphy. Cassidy's baby shower. With butterflies and storks and baby bottles. I stared at it like it was a threat. Shed invited me. Me. The guy she kicked out. The guy who hadn't seen proof of this baby in over a month. Why would she invite me? Guilt? Manipulation? Or arrogance? The belief that I'd show up and play my part, smile for photos, pretend everything was fine. That I'd be the doting daddy-to-be, clueless and clapping while she soaked in the praise that no. Not this time that I decided to give her exactly what she wanted. A show. But I'd be the one holding the script, that I booked a private DNA test. Not easy, since there was no baby yet. But ID saved the test she'd shown me that first day, the one with the faint pink lines. I brought it to a lab, paid extra for an analysis. It came back inconclusive. The lines weren't consistent with fresh hormonal traces. Translation? It had likely been faked. Old P. Water. Who knows that I needed more that I found the clinic printed on the ultrasound photo. Called them. Said I needed to confirm my wife's due date. They looked up the patient number and told me it didn't exist. Not under that name. Not at all. My heart pounded. It was real. The lie. I wasn't crazy. I called my cousin Ashley. She's an OB nurse. I sent her the ultrasound. She called me back in 3 minutes and said, "This isn't even a human scan. This is stock footage. I've seen this image on Google." That was it. I called Cassidy. Told her I'd come to the baby shower. Told her I wanted to make peace. Her voice lit up like a Christmas tree. I could hear her smile through the phone. "I knew you'd come around," she said. She had no idea what was coming. The day of the shower, I dressed in a button-down and slacks. Bought a big gift bag. Inside, I placed a printed report from the lab, a copy of the ultrasound overlaid with the Getty Images watermark, and a typed letter. It said, "Cassidy, this isn't about the baby. It's about the truth. You knew I'd be loyal to a child. You used that against me. You weaponized hope. That ends today." When I arrived, the backyard was bursting with pastel decorations. People were sipping punch. Her friends were already filming. Cassidy stood under an arch of balloons, glowing in a white sundress, hands on her still flat belly. That I walked up, hugged her, kissed her cheek. She whispered, "Thank you for coming." That I whispered, "You are welcome." Then I grabbed the mic to NO music. No intro. That I just spoke. "Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to celebrate Cassidy and this occasion." I wanted to say a few words. She looked confused, then nervous. "This journey has taught me a lot," I continued. "About trust, about truth, and about how far some people will go to hold onto a lie." That I pulled out the envelope, the lab report, the fake ultrasound. I handed them to her mother, then looked back at Cassidy. Her face went pale. "There is no baby," I said. "There never was." Gasps. Someone dropped their drink. Her best friend's jaw literally fell open. Cassidy tried to interrupt. "That's not true." I held up a hand. "Every photo, every test, every appointment, all fabricated. And I have proof. Not for revenge, but for clarity. Because I won't be used. And I won't be silent." Silence. Then whispers. Her mother read the documents. Her father sat down, hard. Cassidy just stood there, shaking. Then crying. Then screaming at me to leave. That I did. But not before turning back and saying, "Next time you want a family, try honesty first." That video went viral. Her cousin posted it, thinking she'd humiliate me. It got 4.8 million views. And almost every comment said the same thing. He dodged a bullet. That I didn't feel triumphant. Just free. Free from a woman who almost trapped me in a lifetime of obligation built on fantasy. And to this day, whenever someone says, "Trust your gut," I do, because mine saved my life.
Share your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Click on the bell to not miss stories from me.